Julian Steve, take one. Hey mi gente, it's Julian Steve. You already know my name, but if you're new here, hey. Today we're going to have a post 2023 update on Doja Cat and talk a bit about the Anti-Blackness video I made about her 2 years ago, which was on September 9th, 2023, when it was released. Today's that day of a recap. Okay, mi gente. Okay, mi gente. Okay. We are going to start now. In this section, we're going to be talking about Doja Cat's latest controversies related to anti-blackness. And once again, it's from 2023 to 2025. On October 6, 2023, she posted a picture on Instagram. In the picture, she wore a t-shirt with edgy white comedian Sam Hyde. He is a known racist and sexist. To avoid criticism, she cropped out the edgy white comedian. In a later interview, she said, "You can't know everything, and me wearing a t-shirt of somebody who I thought was funny is an attack on people? It's not an attack. It didn't affect the world in a way where we now have to look behind our backs. We don't." Of course, Doja Cat is going to play delusional and the victim, but mostly delusional. Maybe she didn't know, but if you know that he makes edgy jokes, that means you probably knew that he was a bigot. But then again, at the same time, sometimes we don't really know that somebody's a bigot and we support them. Like, for example, I supported Kelly Stamps for so many years, and it took for me until 2024 to stop supporting her indefinitely. Which, by the way, check out my Kelly Stamps recap video after this video. Ding! On March 29th, 2024, Doja Cat released the reissued album of Scarlet. A couple of fans were describing the album cover as sheep's wool or pubic hair. To defend herself, she says, "I had a photographer take a picture of the top of my head, and we drew it up and we made it so that my album cover is my hair. So my hair, to describe it, is 4C hair texture." This, to me, is not entirely anti-black on Doja Cat's part. She's describing her hair texture.
Braids, brush, brush, brush. So much hair.
And supposedly wanting to be not biracial, but was thankful that she has a big butt and light skin. So when it comes to this part, one part I do believe there's a video of her saying it, and there's also tweets of her saying this. Why the other one is a conspiracy theory, because on my end, I've never seen it.
My friends looked on social media and they told me what was going on. I know exactly what you guys are talking about as far as self-hate goes. I had a video of me talking about my hair. I have a lot of trouble taking care of my hair. So when I am not, either my hair is straightened or I have a wig on, I'm pretty much okay, but when I'm trying to comb out, wash, do this twist, everything, it's frustrating for me. It's very hard for me. A lot of my friends would agree who have hair like mine, that they have a hard time taking care of it.
When it comes to complaining about having 4C hair, that is real. For what I know. However, the fans, which I'm assuming were mostly white people and or non-black people as a whole commenting this, they are definitely anti-black, because why are you commenting this about a biracial, aka mixed with black woman's hair, in this way, and describing it as sheep root or worse, pubic hair? And I know Doja Cat's super fans and or fans tend to be edgy, but that's a weird way to comment on something that you might not know the context of. Me seeing the album cover, I can tell that's Doja Cat's hair band, you know? Sometime in 2025, the host of Rap Life discussed how Doja Cat doesn't do traditional rap and caters to white people.
2025 is wild for us as a people. And if you can get away with it to a degree and you want to dabble in this world, but then you also culturally want to do a lot of things that are the polar opposite of what this hip hop thing should be, then I ain't with it.
You saying Doja Cat playing with white people too much?
You're the way you phrased.
That's what you said.
The way you
No, because
phrased,
that's the thing, though.
you just make it impossible to be like, yeah, Ebro, I agree. Thanks. Thanks for getting to the point here.
But that is the point. Sometimes people be playing around with shit too much. You be like, yo, I don't really know where you at with shit. That's what Eddie's saying. And by the way, that's a real thing. Like, that's a real thing for black folks to be like, yo, we not quite sure. Especially when you're a mixed kid.
Yeah,
like, it's a real thing,
you're
bro.
half
I
and
know
half, so
from
you
example.
Exactly.
I lived it. I walk it. Where black people want to know where you at, bro.
Where are you with it?
Where are you with the shit?
Where are you
fam?
with it?
And now, yo, by the way, when I had my last interview with her, I think we got into that. Like, we got into that where I'm like, listen.
What did she say?
She just was like, nah, I didn't know that comedian was that. And yes, I made mistakes. And she kind of owned it.
Doja Cat got offended and said this on X: I don't want to stand up for myself in regards to all of these lies being told, because to be honest, I don't think it will make a difference. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe it would. I've just learned to let ignorance be and let people learn and use their own discernment. If you watch the news and believe it all, what kind of person does that make you? I'm enough. My music is enough. My word is enough. Everything following that is everyone else's problem but mine. In this section, it is divided. On one hand, Doja is correct to, feel some type of way because of Rap Life criticizing her on her artistry and the fact that she allegedly caters to white people when she makes rap. On the other side, it's not entirely false because Doja Cat does cater to white people. Now, as a person who does like Doja Cat's music, especially her hip-hop elements in her music, I can admit that some of her lyricism is too campy for white people, in my opinion, and too mainstream for white people to love. But unfortunately, you have to. White people are the dominant race, especially in the United States. And if you want to make it big in the United States, to some extent, you're going to have to cater to white people. It's like, for example, there are YouTubers that I'm not going to mention in this video who do cater to white people. Why do you think they have so many followers now? And when I say followers, subscribers as an example. Sure, they do work hard for what they have, which is also true. However, to some extent, they have to cater to white people. My point is that to some extent, you do have to cater to the dominant race. In this case, that would be white people for mainstream success. Around this time frame, which was around April 2025, something similar happened where Doja Cat debated someone who didn't really feel a connection to her hip hop elements in her music. And keep in mind, this person is a fan of Doja Cat. And I guess Doja Cat got offended, and then they were going back and forth about it. It's kind of the same thing of what I talked about earlier. The only difference is that the person was basically saying that they enjoy this type of hip hop more than the other. I personally think you can be versatile as a hip hop artist, rap artist, but your dominant focus should always be hip hop and rap, if that's the genre you want to be mainly focused on. However, when it comes to being a hip hop and or rap artist, you do have to unfortunately assimilate to, and or if you're interested in multiple genres, you have to hit those multiple genres. I do not believe it's bad for Doja Cat to explore her sound and do additional genres. That's cool. That makes her versatile. That makes her more interesting as an artist. Sometime in July 2025, Sydney Sweeney made a controversial decision by participating in an American Eagle ad where they talked about her having good genes, and Doja Cat mocked her and used like a hillbilly accent.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
The irony of Doja Cat doing this is the fact that, to some extent, she has similar views to Sydney Sweeney, as she always lusts over whiteness. Whether you want to admit it or not, if you watched the original Anti-Blackness video of Doja Cat, you already know this. And if you've been keeping up with Doja Cat's controversies, once again, you already know this. So this is nothing new. Sometimes someone who is wrong once in a while can be right in certain circumstances. In this case, Doja Cat was right to mimic Sydney Sweeney in this way, just so that way American Eagle know that to not do this again. Her good genes. As of now, Doja Cat is in the situationship with Joseph Quinn, who is an actor, and it's kind of funny that I'm bringing this up after bringing up the Sydney Sweeney thing. Basically, Doja Cat was lusting over Joseph Quinn, trying to get his co-workers to connect her to him, and then now she has a situationship with him. So it's like, wow, how things work. Yeah, she got the guy that she has a crush on, but at what cost? Because most likely it's not genuine. It's more of him being there just for the moment, or maybe for her too, because I read the article about this and it looks like she's just there for the moment too. So yeah. Julian Steve, take 2. A couple of things on the Doja Cat Anti-Blackness video. As you know, Doja Cat and Jay Cyrus are not a couple anymore. That's good news, because hell no. I'm actually happy to see that Doja Cat continues her streak of exclusively partnering with white men. As you can tell, that is her racial preference, so have fun with that. Which leads to the next topic. I changed my views on Doja Cat partnering with black men.
Dating white men. It's so interesting to me how in these times, me dating white men is in any way, I've seen comments about it, and it has, I'm completely empty in thought as far as this goes. When I love someone, when I am attracted to someone, when I want, I'm gonna either see how I'm going to talk to them, and that's all that is who I love is zero. Whether you like me or not, it's zero of your business. If I like someone, if I'm attracted to a person, no matter what their skin color is, no matter where the fuck they come from, no matter what their religion, doesn't matter, I'm gonna fucking love them because I love them. This isn't about date people based on, I don't even know how to articulate that concept because it's so out of my world. If I love someone, I'm not looking at their fucking skin color. I find people attractive just because I find them fucking attractive. If I find a black man attractive, it's because he's fucking attractive. If I find an Asian man attractive, it's because he's fucking attractive. If I find a white man attractive, it's because he's fucking attractive. And that's it.
Originally, I wanted that to happen. But now that I'm seeing a pattern, and I know that it might take her some time to change her bigoted ways about her father, I'd rather she not date black men, period. Until she changes those biases and or see the value of her blackness, I'd rather she continues to go with the white man. Do what you gotta do. After rewatching the Anti-Blackness video of Doja Cat, I can attest that my stage presence now definitely improved. I pretty much improved on, of course, my setup a bit. Then my enunciation. It's still a work of progress, but it has definitely improved. Me resting better before being on camera has improved. Of course, if I didn't, I make it clear in the video that, hey, I'm not in the right state of mind. But I can definitely attest that I'm more chill, I'm less tense while filming, and or I'm rushing. And sure, some people still criticize me about that because they want me to talk faster, and or they want me to take my time a bit. So it's because some people, they want one thing and then some people want another thing. So now I'm at this point, I'm doing what I want to do. But also, yeah, sure, I'm gonna listen to some constructive criticism because that's how you grow as a content creator, and as a person. But at the same time, I cannot keep on pleasing people, but I'm not pleasing myself and valuing myself as a content creator, because then that's how you release garbage to people. So I've been trying my best to balance the two on constructive criticism and just backhanded compliments, and or just straight up shitty ass compliments. It's more like shitty comments. So it's been a lot, and I do want to say sorry if I'm not as consistently on the comments. It's because I'm traumatized after my experiences back then that are still kind of haunting me now. As a matter of fact, one that was in that Doja Cat video, And I'm not gonna say exactly what the person said in the comment because it's irrelevant. But I do want to say I do believe it was a man. And then the other video when I did a collaboration about the preferences, it was part 1 with Foreign Man in the Foreign Land, Fab Socialism, Books and Looks TV, and Mix Vixen. I received ableist as comments. Someone asked me if I had a stroke, which is wild. And I already knew what they were referring to. They were referring to the fact that I wasn't speaking fast enough at certain parts of the video. And that was because during that time, I was going through a lot at my job. And while I filmed the Doja Cat video, it was definitely way better than before that. And that's because I actually was doing fine at my job. But at the time when I filmed the Preferences series on the channel, I was going through a lot at my job. So I wasn't as, fast-paced and in the zone to really film. But I knew I had to film because I had to be consistent. And I didn't want to be inconsistent when it came to my uploads. So I was like, F, I'm gonna do it even though I'm not still in the right state of mind. But once I received that comment and then the other comment after that, I'm gonna start to take my time and I'm gonna still look at the comments. But if I see something wild, I'm just gonna, do this. I usually know once I read the first few sentences. The first sentence or two, I know it, and I just delete it. But that's not cool. I shouldn't feel like that on my platform that I worked so hard to build. But that's just how I feel right now. So I'm just being honest with you all. And please give me grace. I promise to answer comments on my most recent videos whenever I'm ready. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Being a content creator is not easy, especially when people are being ableist towards you and not knowing the full story of your background. Julian Steve, take 3. Latest career ventures of Doja Cat. Doja Cat's next single, Just Type, has been released.
Do what now with who? I don't need a pin drop or a text tonight. I ain't even coming out with you. You don't wanna show me off to your ex.
It has pretty much 80s influences, and she performed it recently at the MTV Video Music Awards. Her new album, Vanille, is going to come out on September 26th, I believe. And I'm going to see how it goes, and I'm going to hear it, or try to hear it. I'm not going to lie, Doja Cat is on thin ice with me. I basically have, I think, most of her music. Usually I just save the downloads so that way I could hear it underground while I'm traveling or whenever I'm in the area where there's no signal. But now I took out most of them from that. Just Type kind of got me wanting to go back to like hearing her music, which is the cons of somebody who is anti-black and happens to be talented. You end up trying to get back into this stuff, even if you know that they anti-black. We're going to see how far this goes. If she messes up one more time or 2 more times that I can give her, it's a wrap. I'm just not going to support her no more, but we see. Julian Steve, take 4. Thank you so much if you made it this far in this video. I appreciate you. Be sure to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have the hype feature, please hype up this video. I would really appreciate it. Yeah. Also, moving forward, I'm going to be posting on my Instagram Reels on things related to short form content, but it's going to be original short form content. And it's a new series I made. It's called Night Thoughts with Julian Steve. And I'm going to post on a weekly basis at least 2 videos. So please, if you're not following me on Instagram, please, this is your time to follow me on Instagram and support the videos I currently have uploaded on the platform. And If anything, I'm gonna put the QR code here on the side if I'm able to get it. I would really appreciate the support on my Instagram as well. And then when it comes to short form content on YouTube, I'm not gonna post as of now. We're gonna see how that goes. Okay, mi gente, okay, mi gente, okay. Thank you and peace, mi gente.